to me is like killer wine, like 90 plus, like especially at that price, just really, really nice stuff. I'm Matthew Horkey. For the last 7 years, I've traveled around the world tasting thousands of wines annually in search of the most unique, exciting, and expensive bottles on the planet. So I got a lot of videos coming up on the channel with some really expensive wines, but you know what? I don't forget about people that want to drink everyday affordable wines. I like to drink those type of wines too. So I have two countries here that I think offer tremendous value for money. One's easier to find, one you're gonna have to hunt a little bit. And those two countries are Spain and Moldova. That's right, Moldova. When you go to South America, you're talking about Argentina, Chile. When you're going to Europe, you're talking Portugal, Spain, Moldova. You're getting tremendous value for money. Under 20, under 15, sometimes under 10 bucks. My professional wine career actually started in lesser known wine countries, so these unique indigenous grapes really hold a special place in my heart. This video started because I had a bottle of this wine. This is a Rara Neagra from Purcari Winery. Yes, Château Purcari in Moldova. Actually been to the estate before. It's in the south of Moldova, but I've never tasted this wine before. I've tasted a lot of their wines. Maybe this is a brand new thing in their portfolio. Moldovan Wines USA, thanks for sending me a sample so I get a chance to taste it. The grape is Rara Neagra, or also known as Babesca Negra. You'll find in Romania and Moldova. I really love it because they have two Negra grapes that are really popular. They have Whst Negra, which is the Black Maiden, and then Babesca or Rara Negra. These wines tend to be a little bit lighter than Whst Negra. They can be too alcoholic for me sometimes. I don't say they go all the way to the lightness of like a Pinot Noir, but definitely a little bit more delicate, more medium bodied, more to my taste. I think similar in body to maybe like Sangiovese or maybe Loire Cabernet Franc, but they have really particular flavors. Moldova is actually an incredible country, producing some really beautiful wines. I spent a week there a couple years ago. I can't wait to get back as soon as I can. I want to do a face-off with this wine, but I couldn't really think of something that was, you know, its equal or something that I can compare it to. And then just by chance, I just thought of it the other day. It's this grape. To a native English speaker, it looked like it might be pronounced Mencia or Mencia, but it's actually Mencia. You're gonna find it in the regions of Bierzo, Ribera Sacra, where this wine is from, also Valdeorras. I've been to that part of Spain. It's such an underrated region. Number one of my favorite novels takes place there. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea takes place near Vigo. Number two, it's incredibly green. There's a lot of seafood. Beautiful place. Beautiful wines. Mencia is also the same grape as Jaén in Portugal. Jaén is mostly known for creating nice wines in the Dow, although you'll find it in Vinho Verde a little bit too. There was actually genetic testing done to see if this grape was related to Cabernet Franc. Studies have shown no, it's its own grape in itself. I can't really put my finger on it. I always thought of it as a lighter grape because in the past they used to make a lot of light insipid table red wines with it, but nowadays the wines are a little bit more concentrated. I mean, this comes in at 14.2 alcohol. This is the Abadia de Cova, Mencia, Ribera Sacra 2019. This wine comes in, I've seen it as low as 15 bucks, but definitely under 20 around the world. I want to thank my friend Christina. She helped connect me with this producer. He's a 6, and he's not Spanish. He's not from Spain, or he's not from this region, but he loves the grape Mencia.
She's a 10. Just started.
Like I said, the challenger is Purcari, the 1827 Rara Negra de Purcari, Vin Roșu Sec. That just means in Moldovan or Romanian language, red dry wine, 2020. This wine comes in at around 20 bucks. If you're in Moldova, I think it's a lot less actually. Let's get these blinded. Okay, let's get ready to taste. Tasting, of course, with my Gabriel Glas, the standard editions, not the gold editions, because these are everyday wines. I love these glasses. I have a link in the description below. I love them even if they have blotches, and you know what? I think I'm just going to leave blotches on them because we're drinking everyday wines, and I want to see people complain in the comments below. A lot of people ask how I do these tastings. I just cut everything out so you don't see everything. What I do is I Coravin these babies into some plastic cups. I leave the room, and I ask somebody to mix them all up so I don't know the order. order. To me, it doesn't matter which wine wins or if I get it right or not. It's just we're gonna have a little fun. Let's get it. I think these grapes are similar, but I have to say Mencia sometimes is confusing. I've had it very light in style, very almost fragrant, capsicum-like Cabernet Franciness, but I've also had some real concentrated ones. Rara Neagra as well. It has some perfume notes, but it's not quite as light as Pinot Noir. I think people are still trying to kind of figure out how to make high quality wines with Rara Neagra. Sometimes they can be a little bit over oaked, especially in Romania. I think Moldova, they do a pretty good job with it. Château de Purcari is actually one of the most well-known producers in Moldova. It's a producer that you'll probably be the only producer maybe that you'll be able to find in terms of Moldovan wines. A lot of those wines get sent to the UK market and then neighboring Romania. Both of these see a little bit of oak, so you know, maybe that will tip me off. And let's start with wine A right here on my left, your right. So we get a little bit of incense, almost like, you know, that burning incense that, or maybe cardamom kind of flavors, red fruit flavors, but darker red fruit. When I'm talking about black raspberry type notes, mulberry, a little bit of spice. It smells nice. This to me smells Moldovan. I did a previous video before how Moldovan wines have this Moldovanness to it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just a tinge of chocolate, but not chocolate from oak. Just stuff that's just really well done. Concentration, but not over ripeness. Not the balance between fresh fruits and pruniness, somewhere in between. Wine on the left, on the palate, much more medium bodied than it is on the nose, and much more light fruitedness. Red fruits, incense, pepper come out. Wine A right here, to me, is like killer wine, like 90 plus, like especially at that price, just really, really nice stuff. Let's start here with the one here on the right. You know, I thought these would be similar. It's a little bit of a different style here on the right. Red fruit, red raspberry. It kind of draws, I'm drawn in. Red raspberry, strawberry flavors, seawater. The oak is more prevalent than this and that. When I was just starting to learn about wines, you know, being able to tell the difference if the wine had oak or it didn't have oak, you need to have two wines next to each other. One that's unoaked, one that's oaked, and you can really start to smell the difference. The subtle vanilla flavors, the subtle toastiness. This really smells like seawater. I think this is a wine from Galicia. I'm guessing that this is the Mencia. Strawberry, cherry. For me, this is like really up my alley. I think this is a beautiful wine. I think this wine I think wine A has a touch more complexity than wine B. I think that wine A is going to trend a little bit more towards your palate, most people's palate preference. It's a little bit rounder. There's a touch more complexity. Me personally, I'm drawn into wine B for its juiciness, its lightness, its straightforwardness. But you know, it's a medium-bodied red, but it's not simple, it's not thin, it's not weak, so to speak. It tastes like somebody actually paid attention to it. You ready for the reveal? Wine A, here on the left, your right. I think it's from Moldova. 90 plus points. I think this was the best one. This was the best. Oh, Moldova! The Château de Purcari 1827, Rara Neagra de Purcari 2020. So funny because this is a younger wine, but it smells like this one smells like a fresher wine. You want to taste something unique, different? I think this is a heck of a wine. Really good, because some of their more serious wines, they have a Negro de Purcari, a Rosso de Purcari, I think are a little bit too over oaked. To me, this is the best red wine from them. So this means that this one right here, wine B, is the Ribera Sacra. There's no suspense, right? It is the Ribera Sacra, Abadia de Cova, Ribera Sacra Mencia. Here's the thing though, you know, this wine I've seen anywhere from 20 to 24 bucks, you know, if you can get in the US. This I've seen as low as 15, 16, so it's a heck of a deal if you want to get in, you want to try this unique grape. It's kind of hot in the sommelier world right now. So let me know, have you tasted either one of these red grapes? Which wine does it sound like you would enjoy more? Leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you soon.